Hey guys, Jason from UNIT. Let's talk about how you should be doing training at home. So first thing we got here in this home is a stairwell. So let's talk about that for a minute. Because I know the space, right, I'm able to be accountable. I'm able to instill that accountability because I know that the UNIT4, the training rifle I've got in the UNIT4 is going to directly translate over to what I'm doing with my live rifle as well. So I know my space, I know I've got a stairwell here. I've gotten an audible indicator at this point that, hey, I've got something going on in the master bedroom. Maybe it's my wife screaming, maybe it's a kid screaming, whatever it is. I know that I'm going to be able to bypass these threats that I already know that are there in these other doorways. So I'm able to move up pretty quickly up the stairwell using my training tool. And I know I'm already starting to look towards that threat. Okay, and I'm already starting to kind of dig this out. I don't see anything yet. So I know here I can already see into this room, right? So I know that there's no threat on this side of the room at all. So I know that I've got to dig that corner out as soon as I come into this room. So I collapse my rifle, boom in, and I keep moving to my point of domination. I know that as soon as I've got that corner dug out, I can clear the rest of it. And I know that I've taken out that threat using my UNIT4, being accountable in my space, in my home. So let's flow over to talking about some doorways here, right? So we're going to come over here to this other bedroom. Knowing the actual space of your home and knowing how the doors open, right, is important, right? I know that if I've got a threat that I've got going on in here in this room, that I'm going to need to enter and clear that room. I need to know how that door is going to open, right? So knowing that door in this situation, I didn't see hinges, right? So I know it's going to open inward. So I want to be able to make sure that I'm set up on this side of the door as opposed to this one, so that I can get first look into that door, right? So utilizing the UNIT4 here, I know that as I start to open that doorway and it opens in, I can now move in, and I know that this way is the only particular way I've got threat, so I can dig that corner out using my tool, clear the rest of the room. Let's say now that in my space, I know that I've got to go back down. I'm starting to kind of get some audible indicators, whether it be the alarm going off or whether it be, I hear things going on downstairs. I can go ahead and start to be able to train in my space with my rifle and move down the stairs, right? So I know that this way, to the left of me is the front door. I know I'm starting to get audible indicators to the kitchen. So as I start to flow down in that space, I know that I can go ahead and start working towards that space, and I'm beginning to bite off. And I know that as soon as I flow into this space, I've already basically cleared that space, and the last thing I couldn't see was here. So you don't have to feel guilty about being that busy mom or dad. So after you put the kids to bed, you can come in here in the garage and take some shots, working some transitions. So I'm using training rifle, and I'm having to apply that same height over bore, right, that I've got with my live rifle. Able to easily come in here and just execute a little bit of training. Let's go back in here. Guys, you've got one system that allows you to execute multiple things here. It allows you to instill accountability, right? So I'm training in my space. I'm getting those doorways, knowing which way they're opening, working the stairwells, right? Helping to work that direct to threat training for that worst case scenario. I don't have to feel guilty as a busy dad, me personally, right? I'm able to put the kids to bed. I don't have to feel guilty about not getting in the range or choosing to go to the range as opposed to spending time with my family. I can put the kids to bed, go to the garage, go to the basement, whatever you've got in your space, and do some training. Training with the same height over bore, training with the same fundamentals, the same recoil, all those same principles that you've got with your live rifle, you're doing that in this system. Lastly, if you've got a family preparedness plan, great. If you don't have one, this tool allows you to start to get that together or refine that plan as a whole. So guys, if you want more information on the UNIT4, go to unitsolutions.com.